Hello everyone, my name is the Rad Man, and we are here for another episode of PC Building Simulator. So, let's get started. All we gotta do this guy is upgrade to 4 gigs of RAM, which shouldn't be too hard. Because I do believe, yeah, we already have a 4 gig stick. Okay, start you, and then we need to go check and see what we need to replace on that other computer behind me. Anyway, come on, get the USB, install it, and then start you installing, put the panel on, and then restart it. And then this time I will remember to run 3D Mark, because I think, like, I recorded 2 episodes yesterday, and I think in both episodes there was multiple times during an episode where I forgot that just because I restarted a computer didn't mean that 3D Mark was actually going to run when it restarted. Anyway, so we have to remove the PSU and the RAM. So let's see, so we've got a 4 gigabyte stick and a, whoa, Corsair TX550M. TX550M. I don't think I've ever actually used one of those. Oh, interesting. That sounded a lot fancier than it actually ended up being. And then we need a 4 gig stick, and so let's go take these both out, and then after that computer's done running 3D Mark, we'll check what's wrong with the other computer that's out in the hallway. And hopefully everything goes smoothly. So far everything's going really smoothly. I think, oh, don't make me take the back. I'm gonna have to take the other side of the case off to get at that last power cable. Darn it, that last cable going to the hard drive is always the most annoying thing about getting the power supply back out. Holy cow! I think I just randomly bought that off PCBay. That is actually really amazing that I just happened to buy the exact model one day while I was going through PCBay. Like, this must have been like the episode. I must have bought that during the episode where we where we just bought PCBay, because that it would have taken it that long to get here. So let's get some RAM. We can always use more RAM, even though it won't be here for a while. And then we'll grab some of these power supplies. And now I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna mess with PCBay anymore. But that does mean that we don't need this anymore. We just need the RAM. Okay, and you are done. So that means we can monkey with this one, because besides plugging in the cables back to the motherboard on this one, all we are waiting for now is the RAM. And that won't be too hard to do, we just have to wait for it to actually get here. If I actually remember to order it, which is pretty important. Okay, I know we'll have to be modifying something. First, we're going to need to get Will It Run on this so we can check what they have. Okay, because, like, I could always install that, system information app that's like 400 bucks. But honestly, like, in the time it takes to install a program, you may as well just install or Will It Run. And then, okay, get 3D Mark on here, Will It Run. It was Photoshop CC recommended, right? Yes, okay. Photoshop CC recommended. Really? I did not know that it needed 9 gigabytes of RAM. Very interesting. Okay, so I think the best way to do this... How many of those... Oh, okay, we only have one of those sticks. So the best way to do this, I think, is just... Because I don't think you can use different sizes of RAM. That just doesn't make any sense. So I think we need 3 more because that'll be up to 12, but 2 will only get us to 8. And that'll do us actually, so let's turn in this guy. Nice, we're leveling up nice and fast. And now we have a very interesting job where we just need to have a PC that can play the minimum spec of League of Legends. And we'll actually we'll leave this one on, that way when I get back I can check, you know, oh yeah, it needs the 3 gigs, or the three sticks of RAM, not 3 gigs of RAM. And we'll go ahead of time and open those clips. Anyway, let's look. So we need League of Legends minimum spec. There you are. Oh yeah, now we've also unlocked 4K. I forgot about that. So we're going to need 4 gigabytes of RAM. What are we getting delivered? There's no way to check what's actually being delivered, only the name of it. So we'll probably need to go into the shop and get another one of those. Oh, except we actually have 2 of these, so that'll be okay for the RAM. And storage, 12 gigabytes. Yeah, that's no big deal. Let's see, what storage? Okay, we have plenty of storage options. We don't have any power supplies, but we do have a CPU and a case fan. Okay. i5. Ooh, I don't think we have an i5 in stock. We have an i3. Oh, 6600K, is that... Oh, okay, that 6600K we have will work, which is great. Which means that we need a... Is that Skylake or KB Lake? I should have actually paid attention to that. We need a Skylake socket. Okay, so let's get a Skylake motherboard. Oh yeah, I forgot. You have to go here and filter it here, not the other way around. Skylake. Nice. $100 one. This case. Okay, S340. We gotta check and make sure it actually holds our motherboard, which is a SATX. Okay. Okay, and the time it took me to check what type of it used, I forgot what it was. Okay, S340. Okay. And yes, that will work because it does support all 3 types. So nice, we even already have a case. We don't have to buy one. We already have a cooler, power supply. We'll just buy one of these because our other power supplies won't get here they won't be here soon enough. Okay, but now we need to check the graphics card. A Radeon RX 570. Radeon RX 570. That's actually a lot nicer of a card than I was thinking it was, apparently. Holy crap, that is a good card. Wait a second, I didn't even see it on this lineup. What? Because here's the RX 470. But where's the RX 570? Here's the R9, but that is so weird. I guess we'll just order an RX 570 and not try and do an equivalent, just so we make sure we have the right one. Okay, that was just weird. I was gonna say, unless it gave us another order where we can't actually buy all the parts, that would be wonderful if they did that to us. Okay, power supplies, cases, all is good. Nice. I believe we have everything that we need to make this case, or to make this computer. Okay, there we go. We're done for tonight because we're waiting on RAM for both of those, and then pretty much everything in this box for... Oh yeah, I forgot we already have a case for it. I was like, why isn't the case here yet? Well, because we didn't need to order a case for it, silly. Okay, sell you. Get a 4 gig, stick that sucker in there, and then start you. And then, oh, I forgot I have to put on all the side panels and the PSU mount. Oh, I love this quick screw tool. Darn. I was gonna say we should consider buying another tool, but then I realized buying all those parts for this computer means that we don't have relatively a lot of pocket change. Obviously, compared to like the very start of the game, we obviously have more money than that, but ooh, this is actually a case I have not fully built a computer in. So we are gonna have to take off both sides because we cannot get to that. Take off the front and the dust filter. Okay, I think that's ready to build in, but let's really quickly just stick our RAM in here so that we can get this one out of the way. What on earth is my Discord going crazy for? It's weird because I keep getting random notifications from Discord, even though when I check it no one's been calling me, which is weird. Anyway, there we go. Start her up. And then let's get 3D Mark running, and then we can work on building that system. Run you. Okay. Oh yeah, we only had to take out one side panel because it was just the RAM. Which that's actually like really rare that you only have to replace the RAM. Like, I don't know if I've ever actually had that in this game before where it was just the RAM. Anyway, let's get you done. Open the CPU shield, get that sucker plopped in. Need i5. There we go. Okay, close this. I'm trying to get this done because I have to leave for work. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make a video of today's job or not. Because, okay, put you in there. Oh, we have to take off the mount first. Because today I'm going to be hauling compost, and the trucks that we haul the compost in are, to put it simply, not the nicest trucks for recording. I haven't actually even tried recording in one of them yet because they are, I don't know, they're a little bit of a interesting truck. And I realized since we really need to just use up this older RAM. Okay, and then we needed our graphics card, which we ordered this one new for. Okay, take off the lock. I always forget about the lock. Okay, here we go. Get this sucker put in. And then, oh yeah, the case fans. I always forget the case fans. But, I mean, what's PCBay for other than giving us a few case fans to stick in there? Also, I don't think the airflow dynamics are actually a thing in this game yet, because I don't think half the cases I built would work anywhere near as well if they were a thing, just to put it lightly. Anyway, get you stinking connected. Ah. Okay. Being very careful not to misclick, because I really don't like having to reselect the same thing like 6 different times, and we are good. Nice. I always love it when the objective completes as I'm finishing getting stuff ready. Oh, I forgot we don't have a boot device for this thing because I did not stick the USB in it. Okay, restart you. Now you can boot properly. I know. Why on earth would you want to boot properly? Doesn't make any sense. Okay, front panel, side panel, other side panel, and then the PSU mount, and we're done. Oh, I was gonna say, can we get it before it was ready, but we just barely didn't beat it. But the good thing is I'm pretty sure that, I'm almost certain we made money from that, because Yeah, he was paying us $1,000, and I don't even think I spent... I think the bill was like $500 for all the parts for all 3 of those jobs. So that means that these 2 jobs paid for all the parts, and then that job was 100% profit. If I'm remembering prices right. And now we have to upgrade his computer, but I'm not going to because I don't like 3D Mark scores. Mainly, the main reason I don't like doing it is since I don't understand it very well, the only way I can actually achieve the right 3D Mark score is literally testing it every 2 seconds, which takes forever. Okay, diagnose and fix is fine. 5 days is a little low, but we'll manage it. And yes, I will be happy to install water cooling on your rig. Just don't ask me to 3D Mark it, or at least don't ask me for a specific score. No. Oh my gosh. It might actually not give me the option to not do a 3D Mark score, because I think it really wants me to figure out how water cooling works. But I already know how water cooling works because I've played the game before. Okay, there we go. I'm fine with all of this. It doesn't mean we will need to... Oh, we have to... Can I get an 8 gig stick or is that 4 gig? Oh, you're just a 4 gig. Okay, so we do need to buy an 8 gig stick of RAM and a water cooling loop, which is fine because in this game I don't think there's actually any way to do a custom loop, or if that does get added it's probably going to be insanely complex. Anyway, there we go. Got our 2 parts for tomorrow. Let's buy those. I probably better check the time because only problem is I really can't go over time on this episode because, like I said, I've got work, and not showing up for work on time is a pretty good way to not have a job anymore. So let's get you over here, and we'll probably do the 2 upgrade computers first so I can show you guys how the water cooling works. I think this was the water cooled one. Yeah. So we'll do it first, except I will have to check what graphics card it has. Oh, this has a WindForce. You do not see many WindForces these days. WindForce OC2G. Yeah, you are pretty much the bottom of the barrel. So, we'll, wait, what was it? Okay, so if I have a 1050 Gaming 2G, or a GeForce 1030, or a 750. Darn it, I have both the gaming... Okay, so I do have this gaming... Wait, was the 750 Ti gamer better? No. Okay, but we can... That means I think the only one that's better than that, which is really sad of our inventory, is this one, which I think we just bought off PC Bay and it just barely got here. That does mean that we can actually complete this job. We won't have to order a new graphics card, which is always wonderful. That does mean, though, that we are literally collecting like the crappiest of the crap hardware that we could possibly collect. Okay, so we'll need to do this, and then we'll probably put the radiator... I think it'll fit here. We'll try, and if not, well, free fan for me, I guess. Because I don't know if it actually tracks the okay. I don't know if it actually tracks the fans as a part of the case like it does everything else. I just wanted to see if that'll fit, so we need to thermal paste it. Boink, and now let's put it on for real. There we go. Nice. Hook this sucker up, see if it'll launch, and then run 3D Mark, and then we're done. Which is what I like, because water cooling is one of the easiest upgrades to do. I'd argue the only thing easier than it is either RAM or virus scanning. Those are about the 3 easiest things to do in this game. Or at least the least time consuming, I should say. Because, you know, especially, I guess actually when there's more options for water cooling, it can be a little harder because you do need to make sure that you leave enough space for the bigger radiators. So if you buy too big of a radiator for too small of a case, you'll end up having to double order parts, but that's not too big of an issue. Okay, you were the 8 gigs of RAM. Okay, we'll just swap this out for one of you. Kaboom. And then the graphics card. Okay, I am certain that we do not have anything better than a 960 gaming. Wait a second. The 2GLE is better than the 4GLE? Okay, we'll buy a 960 gaming 4G just to make sure that's not a glitch. Because that seems like it should be a glitch. Gaming 4GLE. Do we need the 4GLE or just the 4G? No, we just need the 4G, okay. Boink. Ah, that doesn't matter too much. Anyway, that was all we needed for you. You're still running. And I have not fixed you yet. Oh, you were the diagnose one. Oh, yeah. Okay, will it hurt anything to swap this out now? No, because we're waiting on a graphics card. Okay. You sit here, plug you in. I did not mean to pick you up. I meant to take off your side panel. Okay. So make sure that that's not a glitch. I think this might be the first time I've had a graphics card die because we're not getting any graphics out of this thing. And there's not an option to direct hook up to a motherboard display output, I don't think, in this game. So we just need a... We have like 2 of those. Yeah, we have 2 of those, so this is going to be the easiest to replace as long as there's not multiple things wrong. But even if there is multiple things wrong, I actually won't care, just because, you know, pretty much, obviously, I say it didn't cost us anything to fix it, and obviously, you know, it did cost us something, but not near as much as, like, actually having to order something from the store would have, just because since we already had it in stock, it makes the... Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, the PCI lock. I was like, what are we missing? PCI lock. Forget every time. But yeah, it makes it a lot easier if we don't have to buy the parts for it. Okay. Nice. Now we can turn these 2 in. We're done with you. I really should track how much I actually spend on these. But that diagnose and fix one was pretty much a freebie. Okay, upgrade graphics card is fine. We'll have to check and make sure we don't need to buy the 8 gigs of RAM though. Let's actually check right now. Yeah, we're gonna have to buy that just in case. Because the problem is now there's so many RAM options that it's pretty easy to get like a 4 gig of this stick, a 4 gig of that stick, a 4 gig of this stick, and a 4 gig of some other thing you've never heard of because it just released. So it's usually just safer to buy a 8 gig stick, because eventually you'll use up all the smaller ones on cheaper PCs anyway. Okay, next day delivery. Everything's in transit. We are good. Holy cow, we are actually really steamrolling through these guys and their jobs. Okay, set you here. We'll do the diagnose and fix one last, since I don't know what exact parts I will need for it. Okay, now we get our completely new graphics card. Stick you in, plug you in, make sure it's actually an upgrade. Since sometimes that parts thing has been wrong, but then it usually got fixed by like a patch later. Good, it was not wrong, which is always good to see. Okay, let's get 3D Mark running. Put this back on. Okay, 3D Mark. go. Well, go in just a second. Okay, let's get you swappity swapped out after we restart this computer. Haha. I will try not to forget this time. 8 gig. Awesome. Okay, 3D Mark Advanced run. Now what graphics card? You're using a TI Gamer. I better check this out and install the wrong one. Okay, so TI Gamer. We just don't want to put in a 1030 anything. 1030 is bad. But luckily we don't have to, because we can pretty much put in whichever one of these we want. And we'll probably put in the 1050 Gaming 2G, because that is the absolute worst card we own right now. Besides these ones, obviously. I'm talking that are still a direct upgrade. Okay. Take you out and stick you in. And we are done with this one after I hook it up. Boink! That was easy money. Very nice. Very nice. Now if only real life was this easy to work with computers. Okay, you are done. You stay here, and now we have a diagnose and fix. Okay, you're still running. Very good. Boink. Okay, we do start. That's a good sign. Okay, yeah, no CPU. Not big surprise. That's usually the most common thing besides RAM is the CPU. At least as far as this game goes. I have no idea in real life what the most common thing to fail is. And we do need to order an i5 6500. Okay. 6500. Get you. And I'm tempted to also just really quickly take out the RAM and motherboard, because those are the well, duh, I realized something. Oh yeah, but yeah, sometimes the RAM, if it's the RAM and CPU, the CPU it'll tell you about first, and then it'll tell you about the RAM later. Let's also check. Oh, I just want to get the hard drive to check it. That's all I want to do. Give me this. Thank you. I just want to remove the hard drive. Why will you not let me? Don't tell me after I do. That was so stupid. Oh, you were broken. Okay, that is actually really good. We caught that before we would have had to monkey around with it too much. And I mean, we did give them more space, but let's be honest, there's no reason not to. Plus, I'm not ordering a new one, because those really, really low gigabyte ones are pretty much just not even worth messing with half the time anyway. So I may as well get rid of them. But we are still in a time when you can still use them sometimes. Anyway, I'm just talking to myself mostly right now. Okay, get rid of you. Nice. We have $4,000. So now is the part of the game where we really start raking in the cash, because most jobs are worth over 500 or more. I say as I get like 3 jobs in a row that aren't worth very much at all. That'll work for me, and that'll work for me. Okay, so all we need is 8 gigs of RAM. We might have actually got another 4 gig. Okay, yeah, these won't work with each other, I don't think. I don't think the colored ones work with each other. So just to be on the safe side, we will buy another 8 gig stick of this stuff. Even though it is a tiny bit on the expensive side to just buy it new instead of ordering it from PCBay and waiting forever. That i3, okay, those are i3s, they're not really worth it. We'll get another one of those because we already own one. Hopefully we haven't used it in the time it actually gets here. Anyway, okay, that's all from PCBay. No more looking at PCBay. That's not allowed. Anyway, buy that, And do this, and then we will come back tomorrow. Holy cow, the list of things they've got here is pretty insane. Okay, get you, stick you there, open on the lights. I cannot believe I actually just said open the lights. That's not how lights work at all. The good thing is even though I was worried about us getting like parts from PCBay, I did realize that they're classified slightly different when they come from PCBay compared to just normal parts, so I don't think I actually have to worry, because they are technically used parts, and I'm usually looking for new parts when I have to buy one specifically for that case. So I guess what I was worried about wasn't actually a problem, which is always good. I mean, I'd rather be wrong when it comes to buying really expensive parts and stuff. Okay, all we gotta do is upgrade you. You have a 4 gig. Do I actually have one of those? I do. We'll stick in white because you already have white, and that would be kind of a jerk move. And also, I don't think it cares if you put them in right next to each other. Yeah, it'll let you do it. Even though in real life, you want to put them every other if you don't have, you know, enough of them. Okay, 3 quad-core 1200. I believe I have something better than that sitting around. Yeah, 1300X. But now we have 4 of these quad-core 1200s. If next time we get challenged to build just a teeny tiny PC, I need to use up, like, see if there's a way to use up more than one of those at once, or we're never going to get rid of them. Okay, put you on, hook you up, and I believe we will be done. Well, of course, once it boots up and we put the case panel back on. Nice, nice. Okay, now we tackle this beast. Oh, good. So far we haven't had to mess around too much with stuff. No boot device. That is a actually very simple fix, as long as we don't have to order a new one. Trick is... okay, if that's got a beauty panel, yeah, it's going to come out here. Now, oh, the trick is, can I actually disconnect it? Yes. See, guys, we are learning stuff every day. Memory. Oh, nuts. Okay. I was slightly worried about that. Darn it. PCBay, do you have any good deals on storage? No, you do not. And I only need so many case coolers at once. I've already bought enough of those off there. Okay, do this one. Next day shipping. And that's all we need to do on it, I believe. So we'll have to get some new jobs. Oh, we also have to pay rent. I was like, yay, we can finally buy something. Oh wait, we can't buy stuff because I had to pay rent. Okay, you go away. Yeah. I enjoyed my month. Whatever. Except the fact that I had to pay you through the nose for it. But that's minor details, I guess. Anyway. Okay, let's buy this part. Kaboom. A little bit overpaying for a hard drive, but oh well. And now, since the tools aren't a thing that actually ships, as long as I don't buy one of these USB drives, I won't have wasted my money. Okay, so now the question is, we could buy an auto standoff tool, but that does mean that we'd have to be really careful that we don't overdraft the account, because we can only take out $1,000 in the red before it quits the game on us. So I think what we'll do is we'll buy system info, because I mean, we have to buy all of them eventually to finish the game. So, yeah. And by the way, if you guys don't know, that's not something you actually have to do to finish the game normally. It's just something I want to do. Just so we aren't playing this game forever and ever and, you know, never actually making any progress. So I'll really quickly show you guys what this program does and why I think it's not really worth buying at all during the start of the game. I guess it is cheaper than Will It Run by $200, but without Will It Run, you don't even know whether or not it'll work. Okay, so system info, see, it pretty much just tells you, like, the temperatures of everything. Oh, I guess it does tell you the case temperature. I never looked at this too much before. But yeah, so see, it does tell you, like, you know, what RAM type it has. But I mean, to some degree, it's instead of installing this software, it is, because it's only for what's actually in the machine. Like, I couldn't use this to tell, like, you know, what socket a computer sitting over here has unless I installed it, which, keep in mind, all installers always have that period where they lag a little bit before it actually adds it, and so it's like, I'm like, it's just not really worth it. At least not early game when you have, like, no money to buy anything anyway. I don't need to be worried about buying that, too. Actually, let's get the upgrade one out of the way first. Because I'm hoping it'll just have a junk graphics card. Anyway, let's get this one shipped off. Just so it's not sitting in our warehouse. I call this a warehouse. I don't know why I call it a warehouse. It's not really a warehouse, is it? Oh. Oh! Wait a second. What tool did I buy? I thought I bought the auto screw tool. Did I accidentally buy the wrong tool? I bought the quick table tool! Oh, duh! I am so stupid. I am so stupid. I was thinking we had bought the quick screw tool, not the quick cable tool. I swear, I looked at both of these, and I read what they said, and then I bought the cheaper one, but I thought it was a quick screw tool. I am obviously not with it yet. I am obviously not quite awake yet, guys. So beware, guys. If you play this game when you're too tired, you'll end up not really knowing what upgrades you've even bought anymore. Which, I mean, it's not too big of a deal, but I would like to know what upgrades I bought. No! Dang it, we have either a dead power supply or a dead motherboard in that one. Which makes me not want to mess with that one even more. 960 Gaming 2G. That's actually a decent one. Which I don't think we have anything better than it unless we order it. So we need the 960 Gaming 2G. Okay, 960 Gaming 2G. There you are. So get GTX 970 Gaming. So that's the wrong place. Okay, 970 Gaming. We'll get the 4G because that is by far the cheapest one. That'll still work. So you are good. And we need to tear you apart. Ah, and it's got, I hate these cases because, look at this, guys. The motherboard faces this way, which I remembered that this time, but it always annoys the crap out of me. Plus, they always have, like, it's weird because, you know, I don't mind blowing out dust, but I had one time where I got 4 of these cases in a row, which it was like the first time I'd ever gotten them, so I was already slightly annoyed by them because of how much stuff you have to take off just to get inside them. And then I got like 4 of them in a row, and oh, it was just not a very happy day. I always forget how the power supply is mounted on these things. Oh, and once you have this upgrade, you can actually just unplug them from here. I mean, I know you could have done it from here on the other ones, but it only works really in this case. This one specific case because of how the power supply is oriented in the case. Okay, it's not used, so that means it is most likely the motherboard. But we will also have to check everything else as we pull it out, because as you know, if the motherboard's dead, it won't tell you whether or not everything else is dead too. Unfortunately. Okay, check. Just check the parts. Okay, both of those are good. Take the cooler off. I have had a cooler die on me, so I always check them out of habit. And take the RAM out. We'll even take the storage out, because I mean at this point, we're going to have everything unhooked from it anyway. Okay. I've not taken the processor out. I was like, wait, does that mean the processor's broken? But no, I hadn't taken it out yet. Okay, unplug you. unplug. Oh, open the drive bay. Now take this out. And okay, it's good. So we can put this back and close the bay. Now we just have to unplug the very few things that are still actually plugged in. Okay, now we can take the motherboard out and order a new one. I cannot wait until we have $4,000 to get the auto standoff tool, because I remember, like, I think it's purpose built that the game like gives you cases that are just a pain in the butt to work with. And I thought I ordered one of these. Where is it? I could have sworn that I ordered a motherboard like this. One of these Gaming Pro Carbons. MSI. Is it a Z270 or Z170? It's a Z270. Look at that, guys. It's getting here tomorrow. The one I bought off PC Bay all that time ago is getting here tomorrow. So we don't actually have to buy one. Of course, it means if I'm reading it wrong and the wrong thing comes tomorrow, we'll be in really, really deep trouble, because I believe that job must be completed by tomorrow. Oh no, wait, this one doesn't. That's actually cool. So either way, we'll get it done by tomorrow. Oh, it's this one. But we need to order a part for it, and this one's done. Cool, so I don't think... Oh yeah, we did have the one part that we needed to order for that. Let's see what we get next. Discard. And no thank you. New build, no. Upgrade, yeah, that'll work. I think I wait a second. Why do I have this random Platinator 8 gig? Did I not need that? I probably bought it thinking I'd need it for an upgrade, and then I already had one or something. Oh, that's weird. I've done weirder things before, though, so doesn't matter too much. Anyway, let me check what time it is. Okay, I actually have to go, so thank you guys for watching. My name is The Rad Man. I hope that you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye!